Hello. We're gonna open a box today. We haven't opened a box of Magic in a long time. Tomorrow is Thunder Junction pre-release, I guess. But we're kind of going back in time here. There's a lot of talk about how um, all the new sets basically include cards for Commander. And it's very true. Like even Modern Horizons, the like upcoming modern straight to modern set has Commander decks. But so we do play Commander. That's probably what we play the most. And we're gonna open a Battle for Baldur's Gate set booster box. A little bit of a Thunder Junction kind of play here as well. For example, Loot the Key to Everything is basically uses a lot of mechanics that you can find in Battles for Baldur's Gate. Exiling cards from the top of your library and being able to play them. So we're looking for the Passionate Archaeologist as a background. We're looking for, obviously, the Copper Dragon would be insane. I haven't ever found one. I opened a few of these. I like the set. Looks like it's a little bit of a smaller box here, so. Large packs. It's a set booster. And I guess, because the original Commander Legends had, draft boosters and they were huge. The packs were massive because you were drafting a Commander deck. Never tried Commander draft. Oh, the decanter. We're going to get a feel for what's going on with these packs here. Oh! Decanter into decanter. What's this card? Alright, so we got an art card, mountain. I actually do like this decanter. It's pretty cool. Never seen this card. Human Monk. Azorius, it's the legendary. Exile creatures, scrying. Kind of cool. A bit of an overcosted creature there. Goggles of Night. Ooh, I like the art. Just a common. Contact Other Plane. Psychic Impetus. I love Goad. So cool. Oh, so here's a legendary background. Acolyte of Bahamut. You were on a wayward path until Bahamut showed you that power and kindness can unite beneath the same banner. Really cool. Looking at the side of the pack, I think there's a foil coming up. I think there's a foil in every box. So let's take we're going to start a different pile for the backgrounds. Ooh. A Dragon Ranger. I like that. So let's take all the choose a background, put it off to the side. Just an uncommon there. And a Dragon Cultist. It's a background. You know that mighty Draco Liches will one day rule over this world. For you, that day can't come soon enough. Oh, Corlessa Scale Singer. I'm going to take my gum out. It just probably sounds obnoxious. Which does happen when we're flexing on the internet. Really cool art there, Dragon Bard. Would you like a song of wind and fire? Or one of gentle heartbeats atop a golden horde? Golden horde. So many dragons. That's just an uncommon as well. Babalasaga Night Witch. Better the cold night than her warm hospitality. That is a rare. Warlock. 3 mana, 3/3. Sacrifice up to 3 permanents. If there were 3 or more card types among the sacrificed permanents, each opponent loses 3 life, you gain 3 life, and you draw 3 cards. Interesting. So we'll start a pile for rares just down there, I guess. Ooh, Master Chef, another background. This is crazy. Is this a small set or something? You never thought rations was an appropriate term for the feast that you prepare for your party. Ooh, we got an etched card. Viconia Drow Apostate, an elf cleric. At the beginning of your upkeep, if there are 4 or more creature cards in your graveyard, return a creature card at random from your graveyard to your hand and choose a background. That looks really nice. I like it. Like, it's not as washed out as some of the other etched foils can be, especially white ones. Ooh, another rare. Noble Heritage. Legendary background, 2 mana. Commander creatures you own have when this creature enters the battlefield, and at the beginning of your upkeep, each player may put 2 1/1 counters on a creature they control. For each opponent who does, you gain protection from that player until your next turn. So you can drop it down, and you get protection from a player, maybe, and you get 2 1/1 counters, so it's like pretty good to, you can drop that down and make it work. That actually is a background. Yeah, let's just keep them all together, all the backgrounds. Who cares what the rarity is, I guess. And a dragon we'll throw right there. Foil. Alright, we got a decent little, some piles going. It is beautiful outside. You go outside, you can just hear the kids playing on the playground. It carries across like blocks and blocks. The Holly Fent. And it just, everyone is getting really stoked for spring here. Moss Diamond. Probably the worst of all the diamonds because it taps for green, and green has a lot of ramp as it is. I like it though. Oh, we got Lulu Loyal Hollyphant. I like this D&D type background. An Elephant Angel, choose a background, uncommon. Really cool. Astral Confrontation. After voyaging all the way through the astral sea with my life hanging by a silver thread, fighting the mind flayer was the easy part. That is epic. The silver thread. So it's an instant, it's a common. It goes over there, but man, wow. I really like that card. Citadel Gate is it's just a common gate. Black Dragon Gate. I suppose we could put our lands over here. I don't usually do that. Ooh, Alan Harbury's Busybody. I actually do use that in my Rosy Cotton deck. And it is an uncommon. We're just kind of scouring the landscape. This is probably our like straight up uncommon pile. Inspiring Leader. Your family needed a farmer, so you tilled. Your town needed a fighter, so you trained. When your people needed a leader, you knew what you had to do. Cool background there. These all go over here, actually. And then this is the uncommon. So we got a slot for mythics now. Look at this. And we got an uncommon Orc Ranger, 3 mana, 3/3, trample, legendary. She roams the border between wilderness and civilization, protecting those who need it most. Cool art. White rabbits. You can create white rabbits with that. You can't choose a background though. So that's just gonna be going down here. Renari, Merchant of Marvels, Artificer. Sure, you can get one elsewhere. If you want a knockoff that'll break the first time you use it, you may cast dragon spells and artifact spells as though they had flash. Choose a background. They seem overcosted, but I think the whole thing is that the background is kind of makes up for a little bit of that higher mana value. Cloakwood Hermit. You've always preferred the company of animals to people. Make some squirrel tokens. And what we get? Ooh! Rare etch foil. It looks like Rihanna, the music artist Rihanna. That's so funny. It really does. 4/4 human wizard with haste. Jeskai colors. Is that true? Yeah, I think it's Jeskai. 4/4 haste. You may activate abilities of other creatures you control as though those creatures had haste. Tap. When you next activate an ability this turn by spending 4 or more mana to activate it, copy that ability. You may choose new targets for the copy. Really nice. Like, these etched foils are really nice. Super cool. Waterdeep Prodigy. So here we got a rare background. Oh, it's not. I didn't mean. I meant it has choose a background. It's actually only 3 as well. Pretty cool. And it's gonna go ahead, go there. Oh, a foiled decanter. And a magic minigame. This foiled decanter. We got a bunch of used supplies here. We're gonna start chucking stuff in as we please. I actually don't even think these etched foils are gonna curl at all. Like these older ones, they're pretty nice. Kind of dig into our stack here. I did also notice while I opened this one that it's in really good shape. Two etched foils that we did not have. By the way, don't buy Baldur's Gate if you're or basically any cards right now, any Magic cards are probably not going to go to the moon here over the next little bit. But time in the market kind of is a good thing because prices stabilize. And what happened to Baldur's Gate is that there's really a lot of there's a lot of value in just a couple cards. And there are also, there's a nice land cycle. Wow, that's nice. You arrive at Baldur's Gate with instructions to head straight to the heart of the rumor mill, the bakery. Chilling with my homies in the bakery to get baked like a cake in the bakery. Lightning Bolt, super cool. Have for sure like actually sold some of those in the past. Cloak of the Bat, like it, just a common. Martial Impetus. So now we get the commons. I like the format of these packs. There's the Parasitic Impetus that now I'm realizing what. There are multiple. So there's a third in a row. Shiny Impetus. They're in their auras, so enchanting creatures. You can pump up another creature and goad it, and then you get a treasure every time it attacks. And it won't be able to attack you. That's what goad does. Whew, that art. We got some claws right now. Clawing our way into the history books. Mindstone. Classic, really good card. And the uncommons have been going there. Treasure Keeper. Okay, I'm going slow because I'm finding a lot of really cool stuff here. There's a lot of flavor text on this Arcane Encyclopedia. A quill from the first reader at Candlekeep. The Spectacles of the Most Holy Servant of Gond, a woven bookmark from the Caliph Arcane of Kalimport. Readers always leave something of themselves behind. Wow. So much flavor in the D&D set here. Rug of Smothering, I love this card. This is making a giant S. And it stops Storm. It's funny because, like, some big fire, you just throw the rug over top of it, stop the toaster fire. 1/3 flying, it's an artifact creature construct for 3 mana. Whenever a player casts a spell, they lose 1 life for each spell they've cast this turn. Awesome. No, not an accessory to murder. I'm looking for an accessory for murder. Nadja, the Flaming Fist Investigator. Claw. Or claw. Multiple claws. Santa Claus. Lae'zel, Valkith's Champion. This is our rare. It's a 3/3 for 3. If you'd put 1 or more counters on a creature or planeswalker you control or on yourself, put that many plus 1 of each of those kind of counters on that permanent or player instead. Choose a background. That could go directly into Rosie. And we don't, there might be one hiding somewhere. Cool. Tavern Brawler, so this is into the backgrounds here, or at least 1 slot. We really want the etched foil Passionate Archaeologist. That's probably the top card, other than the Copper Dragon, of course. Tavern Brawler. Commander creatures you own have at the beginning of your upkeep, exile the top card of your library. This creature gets +X/+O. Furnace fan is really making a lot of noise. So you exile the top, they get X/+O, where X is the mana value. You may play that card this turn. Okay, so that Tavern Brawler, pretty good. It fits in our style here. Oh man, etched foil. Another background over there. Oh man, Candlekeep Sage. Do we get one of these in every pack? You love the smell of dusty tomes, the flicker of candles during late night reading, and the old texts that bring to life the scholars who have come before. A background, just a common. Commander creatures you own have, when this creature enters or leaves the battlefield, draw a card. Huh? Yeah, it feels like there's a lot of really great cards in here. It was actually touted as a bit of a flop, and like a lot of people might not like it. Well, just purely, if you're just value drafting, it's not good. Alright, so Jaheira's Respite. 5 mana instant. Search your library for up to X basic land cards, where X is the number of creatures attacking you. Put those cards onto the battlefield, tap, then shuffle. Prevent all combat damage that would be dealt this turn. Love it. And we got a common foil in the end. Really beat up foil here. Don't worry, I can reach it. Nimble Claw Adept. Oh, you mean back when they actually had flavor text on things, and the cards, they don't actually curl. You get a slot like dedicated to etched foils in this, set booster. Like, you can't even get set boosters anymore. I'm actually putting this initiative / Undercity into a top loader for the sheer fact that we don't want to lose it, and we'll just keep it over there. No mythics, no lands other than gates. So what did we see there that we wanted to put a sleeve? Let's sleeve this one up. Candlekeep Sage. I have a lot of shit going on right now these days, in a good way. There's so much stuff to do. It's kind of slow rolling too. Not overly like wanting to just try and take my time with some nice fun things for a while. Which actually, like, I mean, our outward facing internet presence is basically all having to do with gaming, so. It has been happening quite a bit more. D4, like, I mean, whatever. It has a page update. We're mixing modes, but it has been very fun. A lot of a grind. And we're going to make the best of the time that we have before the season ends. So we have been online more than usual. I'm just waiting at this swamp. I want to read the flavor text. I love the art. And like I basically am just like I really like these lands here. It's funny, like the product stays in the market for a long time. And maybe your initial response is like, it's like no good, there's no chase cards or anything. You come back to a set like this, you look at it, and I'm just like, this thing is like, really, I like this set a lot. Probably the Dungeons and Dragons theme and the fact that it actually is a Commander Legends set. I play Vintage as well, casual Vintage. So basic swamp. At the mouth of the sewer pipe, you realize it's massive enough that even a giant could walk through without stooping. That gives you an idea. Sky Diamond. Like the diamonds. Yasad Yin Bashir. An uncommon. What are those called again? I just call them concept art. A frog demon. Unaware. It has an instant and you can nerf a bunch of tokens, even indestructible tokens. Well, 1/1s, you just, each creature that block this turn gets -1/-1 till end of turn. Yeah, so. Whenever one or more creatures you control becomes blocked, each blocking creature gets -1/-1 till end of turn. Oh, we got some nice sun coming like on my neck right now. It feels so good. This really beat up like complete garbage foil. And Summon Undead. Sorcery, 5 mana. You may mill 3 cards, then return a creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield. Excuse me. The air itself shuddered at the wizard's words, and from the dark beyond her call was answered. Druidic Ritual. Wow, really on theme there because like this is mill 3, this one also says mill 3. Bone, root, and seed, the past, present, and future in one handful of earth. Oh, my buddy would like this in his graveyard deck. Cloakwood Hermit, so we did see one of those. That's a background. Saddle of the Cavalier. Equipped creature gets +3/+3 and can't be blocked with creatures with power 3 or less. And I will need an equally righteous but slightly smaller saddle for my space hamster companion, Minsk, beloved ranger. Is there a boo in there somewhere? I don't see. Does Boo get a saddle? Minsk and Boo. I can't remember. I think this is the one with the kind of like jankier, the less powerful kind of Minsk and Boo. Maybe the first time it came around. Because the other one like basically got banned right away, I think, or like it was really strong. It was crazy. Matt was using it. So a 3 mana Goblin Druid, 1/4 creature at the beginning of your end step. If creatures you control have total power 8 or greater, draw a card. Ooh, it's a Goblin Druid. When your pack is nowhere to be found, you form a new one. Owl Bear Shepherd. I looked at the art and I knew it was an owl bear. Ghost Lantern. Uncommon, artifact equipment, 1 mana. It has an adventure. Return target creature card from your graveyard to your hand. Ooh, this could even go in a Yahoo Done. Whenever a creature you control dies, put a 1/1 counter on equipped creature. Yeah, that's nasty. Where's our best slot here? We're gonna put it just right there because we haven't gotten any mythics yet. Another busybody here. It goes right there. Background: Agent of the Iron Throne. 3 mana background. Commander creatures you own have whenever an artifact or creature you control is put into a graveyard from the battlefield, each opponent loses 1 life. You give your clients what they want at a fair price. What happens after that is none of your concern. Oh man, you get an etched foil in every pack. Raga Shadow Archdruid. 4 mana, 1/4, legendary elf druid. When it attacks, it gains Death Touch until end of turn, mill 2 cards. Once during each of your turns, you may play a land or cast a permanent spell from among them in your graveyard that were put there from their library this turn. Just throw a little bit of a millstone in there, go buck. Reflecting Pool. That's a good one. Elena Danner. Classic card. Gale stared into the pool and saw a stranger. The similarities were uncanny, but it was not him. Reflecting Pool. Probably the best hit so far as value drafting. The Lord of Darkness elevates only those who serve. That sounds like a bit of a conundrum. And an Ox, a 4/4 Ox. I'm in a way healthier place with like how I'm actually able to enjoy this in a way that I wasn't for a while with Magic. Just kind of messing around with dead card games, and I'm probably just saying that as well because it's springtime, so like a lot of it is a season of change. Here's a forest. The light in the cavern. The lights in the cavern glow and fade. Glow and fade in a rhythm that must have a deeper meaning. If only you can figure it out. Minthara, Merciless Soul. Orzhov, 4 mana, Elf Cleric, 2/2. It has Ward X. Experience counters. Blinking Creatures. 4 mana commander. I don't know. It's probably better than a lot of the jank that we actually do play. Like, we play some pretty janky commander decks, and it's actually, the league is pretty competitive, so we'll probably be, we probably won't win the league this year. To put it nicely. Prophetic Prism. I've always liked it. It's strictly worse filtering than a lot of other things you can do with, like, basically well, you get to draw a card as a cantrip a bit. Just mana fixing. If you are to have a lot of color requirements on your commander. To understand Baldur's Gate, one must first understand how wealth and commerce shape every facet of life. Cool. Wayfarer's Bauble, really nice. Druids hold certain plants to be sacred and use their leaves and wood as a spellcasting focus. You can search for a basic land, so it's like repeatable ramp if you can recur it. Navigation Orb. Travel the world without ever leaving the comfort of home. Whoa, search for up to 2 basic land cards and or gate cards, reveal them, put them on the battlefield tapped, and the other in your hand, then shuffle. Oh, we can't tell Mike about this. Mike, you're not allowed to know. Too scary. In your gate, in the, what's that called? I don't know. There's a really nasty gate deck. 3 green mana, Jade Orb of Dragonkind. It's an artifact. Tap to add a green. When you spend this mana to cast a dragon creature spell, it enters the battlefield with an additional 1/1 counter on it and gains hexproof until your next turn. Lapis Orb of Dragonkind. Okay, I like the sorting here. It's good. They got these little sub-themes in here. And actually, a blue mana rock is way better than a green one. For the aforementioned reasons of ramping in green. Here's a level up card. It's a sorcery. Oh, it's actually you roll a d20. Not overly, yeah, like there's an example of a card where like it could be strong, I just don't like it. It's kind of like more of a like a taste, I guess. The art combined with kind of the d20s, I'm not sure. This one's kind of cool. You look upon the Terraskew. 5 mana instant, choose 1, run and hide, prevent all combat damage that would be dealt to you and creatures you control this turn. So actually your creatures damage theirs, which is like a one-sided fog. Or gather your courage, target creature gets +5/+5, gains indestructible until end of turn. All creatures your opponents control able to block that creature this turn do so. Just an uncommon. We are definitely going at a sloth pace, but I am really happy with this, with what's happening here. Explore the Underdark. Careful near those pretty glowing plants. What do you think they feed on? Talon Underdark Guide. Ramping spell. Yeah, we're probably filled with toxic positivity from the sounds of things here. After having been on MTG hiatus for quite some time. Baldur of Murder. Gend. 5 mana Gend. It's a god. A 4/4. As long as your life total is less than or equal to half your starting life total, Baldur of Murder has indestructible. Whenever another non-token creature you control dies, put a 1/1 counter on target creature and goad it. Taking it all in there, that's nice. Cool rare there. I don't know if I've ever seen that. Another Cloakwood Hermit. Come on, show us the passionate archaeology. Guild Artisan. So we got an uncommon in the an uncommon etched background. Commander creatures you own have whenever this creature attacks a player, if no opponent has more life than that player, you create 2 treasure tokens. Your discerning eye for value makes you nearly impossible to swindle. Holy man. And a little bit of a rare sneaking in the back here. We got a human shaman. Alondo the Seer. Simic. 3/5. Tap, draw a card, then exile a card from your hand and put a number of time counters on it equal to its mana value. It gains when the last time counter is removed from this card. If it's exiled, you may cast it without paying its mana cost. If you catch the creature spell this way, it gains haste until end of turn. Then remove a time counter from each other card you own in exile. Rank. The art is like not my favorite. It's usable though. You could use that with loot for sure. It's a rare, but it also is, we'll throw a sleeve on that and just keep it with our other concept art cards. Our happy little piles. So we did see here, we got Hardy Outlander. It's our foil background. You're a born explorer, happiest forging your way through the untamed wilds. Oh, it's like it's an actual it's like a berserk, but it kind of has you have to attack the opponent with more life than any other player. We're gonna throw it with the foils there, and we got a list card, Benediction of Moons. It's from Dissension. I actually don't recognize it. You gain 1 life for each player, and then it has Haunt. So when this spell card is put into a graveyard after resolving, remove it from the game, haunting target creature. When the creature Benediction of Moon haunts is put into the graveyard, you gain 1 life for each player. So what is that? Like a 1 mana gain 8 life? Do you actually get to cast it again? No, just put into the graveyard. That kind of, I would say, slows down the shenanigans, but you could still do quite a bit with it. List spot, whatever, we'll put it there. We're not getting much. We haven't got a mythic in the whole box yet. And this will be the 1/3 mark. Nice, nice, nice. Really cool dragon art there. Not a signed art card. That's quite alright. Another swamp we hadn't seen. The old wizard's experiments destroyed the castle centuries ago. So why does some of the rubble look recent? Fire Diamond. We're getting a lot of kind of evidence of track printing here. A kobold. Taunting Kobold. 0/1, almost all kobolds are, and it's 1 mana, which is like sometimes they're mostly 0 mana. 0/1 haste. When it attacks, goad target creature an opponent controls. Holy moly. Pretty cool. We'll put it there. Druid of the Emerald Grove. D20 ramp. Just a common. Ooh, Nature's Lore. Very good card. Search for a forest, put it on the battlefield, then shuffle like any forest. Druidcraft is a simple invocation to spirits of nature, promising a glimpse of nature's secrets. I'll just put that over there. Armor of Shadows. 1 mana, instant. Till end of turn, target creature gets +1/+0 and gains indestructible. What's softer than silk, stronger than steel, and quieter than thought? Well, is it the Armor of Shadows? It's a Warlock riddle. Lantern of Revealing. Ooh, we have a Lantern deck. Tap, add 1 mana of any color, or 4 and tap. Look at the top card of your library. If it's a land card, you may put it on the battlefield tapped. If you don't put the card into the battlefield, you may put it on the bottom of your library. Okay, so that is also going in the take file. Just a nice common, not aware of it. Probably going to go into Lady Sun at some point. I'm really liking that. That's a cool card. Campfire. 1 mana artifact. You can pay 1, tap it, gain 2 life. Pay 2, tap it, exile Campfire. Put all commanders you own from the command zone and from your graveyard into your hand. Then shuffle your graveyard into your library. Holy moly. Let's just do it kind of more the normal way here. We'll find a nice little box, mark it commander. We'll mark it Baldur's Gate, and then Which actually we kind of do squirrely little piles sometimes. For the sake of random deck building. As opposed to, say, like sorting a set and like trying to find them that way. Just an enchantment here. It's an uncommon. We're going to start, and hopefully we can cruise a bit in a minute here. Modify memory. Percival's clothes itched and his dinner was unpleasantly wriggly, but the kobold looked like he was having the time of his life. Haha, eating cake. Oh, it's modifying someone's memory? I don't know. Exchange control of 2 target creatures controlled by different players. If you control neither creature, draw 3 cards. Holy man. Puka's Mischief. Perplexing Chimera. Use this with a Perplexing Chimera. And another uncommon. So modify memory. We're gonna... it's just so hard to know. Moen Mystic Trickster. Choose a background. Card draw. Ward 2. Really excited to see what we're going to get in our etched foil slot. Assuming we do get one in each one. I think we do. I might have to get a play booster of Thunder Junction just so that I can see for myself what... like, it would give me the opportunity to check out a play booster and be able to say, like, okay, this was, like, you know, decent amount of hits, or, like, maybe they save all the flair for the commander decks versus, like, a set like this, there's a slot for, like, all these different sub-themes, and... So I don't know, like, do the play boosters have that kind of stuff going on? I don't even know. Ball, Lord of Murder. We got a rare etched foil. We do have, that's our second one. This is the first etched foil, though. Ooh, I see another rare. Fraying Line, a rare. When Fraying Line enters the battlefield, put a rope counter on target creature you control at the beginning of each player's upkeep. That player may pay 2. If they do, they put a rope counter on a creature they control. Otherwise, exile Fraying Line and each creature without a rope counter on it. Then remove all rope counters from all creatures. Awesome. Confronted by robbers. Oh no. Stall for time or call for aid. Their only mistake was giving the bard time to speak. And the initiative / Undercity again. We already kind of put one of those aside. Here's a rare etched card. We'll just throw it in here. So, like, it's appealing to my sensibilities on that front of, like, look at the card quality, the slots and stuff, the commander appeal, backgrounds, exiling cards and being able to play them from exile. Those are the reasons that we actually chose to pick up a box of Baldur's Gate. I think there are actually multiplayer lands, but I don't know. I also have watched Rudy from Alpha Investments doing some mass box openings. And either you get like a whole bunch of the lands, or you might hit a dry spell for a box or two. So this is probably one of the ones where we're in a bit of a dry spell. Also, I use just basics and like whatever, just shrapnel lands. So, oh, that was upside down. That what's that guy called? Voldo. You're about to disembark to find the harbor master when you spot a merfolk darting underneath your ship. Uh-oh. Marching Duodrone. When it attacks, each player creates a treasure token. Lozan Dragon's Legacy. No mythic yet. Murder. Pave your path to the throne with yet another body if you must, Saravak. It will make your stolen godhood no less false. Gorian Wise Mentor. The Wise Mentor, that's a Adventures Matter theme. Poison the Blade. Be really good if it gave it first strike and death touch. This is a 2-mana instant. Target creature gains death touch until end of turn. Draw a card. The art is wicked nice. Breath of Basilisk, Sting of Scorpion, or Medusa's Tears all may be distilled for a price. Deadly Dispute. Playable common there. That's a pretty ring. Trade you my knife for it. 2 mana instant, additional cost to cast this creature, sacrifice an artifact or creature, draw 2 cards and create a treasure token. That can be really a good effect in Commander, like surprisingly good effect. Instant sack triggers because you can block sack, like you can block it and then just sack it right there and you get value out of it. Like a mini fog. Skullwinder, this is a reprint. 1/3 death touch, it's a snake. When it enters the battlefield, return target card from your graveyard to your hand, then choose an opponent. That player returns a card from their graveyard to their hand. Uncommon. Another one of these elf druids. Nothing fancy there. Haha, Nothic. Or Weird Insight. When Nothic dies, roll a d20. And like it has a nat 20 is like basically just a crazy ability, but it's almost never gonna happen. That can just go here. Zalvar, Alturial Exile, Tiefling Warrior. Little bit janky looking, I think. I don't know. It has Grixis, and I can see a huge block of text, so it just immediately kind of reminds me of the modern design principles that are kind of might not appeal to older players. It's pretty good, though. You can exile, like, removal spells, all sorts of stuff. The Acolyte, one of the first backgrounds we did see. And what do we get? Just a common Flaming Fist here. It's a background. Commander creatures you control of when this creature attacks, it gains double strike until end of turn. That's kind of cool. You carry the security of Baldur's Gate on your shoulders, and you welcome the weight of responsibility. Flaming Fist. Blade of Cells, there's a good one. Equipped creature has Myriad. Still haven't seen a mythic yet. Whew, we're getting lots of rares though. Blade of Cells is really good. Interested in kind of what it's worth, but I don't know. We got Glunch the Bestower. It's a jellyfish card. Nice rare, 0/5 flying. And it is a group hug card. Kind of helps everyone. So I think we got at least 2 rares in that pack, if not 3. Maybe just 2 because we got this Flaming Fist here. I think I have an etched Glunch the Bestower. Ooh, yeah, that looks good in an art card, actually. That's kind of cool. Foil land. Not overly appealing to me. I like my lands to be really flat. Abdul Adrian Gorian's Ward, maybe? Can't see it over his sword there. And there's the red orb of Dragonkind. Can give dragons haste. The essence of a red dragon burns within, always ready to rise with wrath. Alright, show us the copper dragon. Oh, right behind it, Fang Dragon. That's the red one they just alluded to. Watch out for its teeth, tail, claws, wings, back, and front. Olga Cavalier. There's some crazy, like, common dragon that is a splashy bomb. Forktail Sweep it's an adventure and it deals 1 damage to each creature you don't control for 2. Decent utility there. I wonder, like, that sounds really good in Pauper. Draconic Lore. The Wormling studied the ancient carvings and dreamed of a day when her own exploits would be immortalized in stone. Tom Babby art. I like it. Wilson Refined Grizzly is a thing. Quite aware of that card. I use it. Other people use it as well in our play group. So there's Wilson. Hardy Outlander. It's a background. I think that's like the 3rd one we got. Banishment, really refreshing art there. Super crazy. Derek Zabrocki. It's a 4-mana enchantment, uncommon. It has flash. When it enters the battlefield, exile target non-land permanent an opponent controls, and all other non-land permanents your opponent controls with the same name as that permanent until banishment leaves the battlefield. So it's 4 mana. It costs the same amount as a Wrath of God. It can wipe out tokens though, so like you can kind of scope it to whatever you're gonna need. Like it's a pretty versatile, and actually it says non-land permanent. So okay, Gale Waterdeep Prodigy. This is the rare of the pack, I believe. Choose a background. Cool. Another background here. Inspiring Leader. We did see that. Would we get Noble Heritage background? Oh man, just really nice art on that. We did have a lesser version, but that's cool. Undermountain Adventure. An initiative card. Just you take the initiative, tap, add 2 green, and if you complete a dungeon, add 6 green instead. Rega Draga. Lots of rares in this pack. Rega Draga is really good. Sea Hag. Eye Candy. We'll take this Noble Heritage, toss it in a sleep. So we're about half done, and we haven't hit a single mythic. This is crazy. Like literal 0 mythic. Oh, there's this kind of it's an art card with an emblem. I guess the artist probably didn't want to put his signature on it. I'm not sure. We might actually pause it and go get it and fill up our coffee here. Just leave it ready. Basic land forest. You know that Hyxal bark produces a lot of smoke when burned, but why would Rilsa Rael need so much of it? Fire Diamond. Avenging Hunter. I will remember my friends, but you won't be remembered at all. Oh no. Pack Attack. Band together. Boo, let's see how this miscreant handles a flurry missile of justice. A furry missile of justice. You meet in a tavern. Another tavern brawler goes over there. Iron Mastiff, a dog. Interesting. Just a kind of uncommon for our piles. Ooh, this one I like. The Petrier's Seal. Oh, man. Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Utility artifact. Untap a target legendary creature. Only a fool ignores a letter bearing the official mark of a Petrier family. going in our empty mythic file that just has a bunch of takes right now. Oh, what do we get here? Not born of nature, but deeply connected to it nonetheless. The Burnished Heart. Absolute classic blast from the past. Like, basically around the beginnings of a lot of, as Commander was like really blossoming and just starting to grow. Master Chef, what do we get here? Come on. Oh, uncommon, Lulu. Etched Lulu. Mirror of Life Trapping, another rare. We're getting a lot of rares. Quentin barely had a second to admire his exquisite handsomeness before reality collapsed around him. 4-mana artifact. Whenever a creature enters the battlefield, if it was cast, exile it, then return all other permanent cards exiled with Mirror of Life Trapping to the battlefield under their owner's control. Wow. So, like, that literally, it actually traps everyone. Oh, foil mythic. Packed weapon. Okay, just crazy art here. We got the Mirror of Life Trapping. A foil mythic. We gotta see what that is. The fact that I don't know probably means it's not gonna be a crazy chase. It is flat, though. How about we... We got this small little sleeve here, and maybe if we can find a perfect fit, that might be a better idea. How big is this? That's not one. Yeah, I'll throw it in this little sleeve here. Alright, packed weapon. What does it do? It is a black card. A weapon. The only thing we're hoping is a Yahoo done right now. That's all we're thinking about. Artifact for this card. Little miscut. 4-mana equipment. Equip, draw a card. As long as pack weapon is attached to a creature, you don't lose the game for having 0 or less life. Whenever equipped creature attacks, draw a card and reveal it. The creature gets +X/+X until end of turn. You lose X life where X is the card's mana value. Vulcan Baka. Like, that guy is... I love Vulcan, man. Holy. I've just noticed it so many times. Also, I was mixing up Thomas Baxa, who is also another really epic Magic artist. Alright, we'll throw it into a top loader. That's neat. First mythic halfway through the box. No real crazy lands or anything. We did get a reflecting pool. That's another good one. Used to be 20 for one of those, but I bet it's like really a lot lower now. Goggles of Night. It would be good for Yannette. It's an even mana cost, though, so. Alora Merry Thief. Jeff D. Young Blue Dragon. Pretty cool art. I see the far side of tomorrow and the lost memories of queens. What do you wish to learn? Run away together. True love means always knowing what's on the other's mind. Now they're up in our kitchen again. Young Red Dragon. Halfling Ranger. Kinda cool. When it attacks, you can return a land from your graveyard to the battlefield. Does it say battle? Yeah, battlefield. Just take that wasteland and just continually wastelanding everyone. Or strip mine. Sharpshooter Elf. I do like the kind of archer. They call it a ranger in this. I think historically there have been a lot of archers. Maybe some rangers. I don't know. Passageway Seer, Tiefling Warlock. I'm certain there's a shortcut here. Initiative card. Duplicate. Agent of the Shadow Thieves. Commander creatures you own have whenever this creature attacks a player, if no opponent has more life than that player, put a 1/1 counter on this creature. It gains Death Touch and Indestructible until end of turn. Your skill, dexterity, and moral flexibility make you a valuable asset to your guild. Uncommon, Criminal Past. So background goes here. Commander creatures you own have menace. When this creature gets +X/+0, where X is the number of creature cards in your graveyard. You've never cared much for laws or authority, especially when they get in your way. What were we talking about before nexting? Oh, Mythic. Alminster's Simulacrum. 6 mana instant. For each opponent, you create a token that's a copy of up to one target creature that player controls. Wow, nasty. Why simply sit back and applaud the good ideas of other when I can improve upon them? Alminster. Nice to hit a mythic, not anything too crazy. Oh, we got a list as well. Agent of Iron Throne. It's a background, really beat up. Paladin Invec. Pro Black, Pro Red, First Strike 2/2 from 10th edition. Would it be naughty to go for a break? We have been opening this box for over an hour already. This is crazy, man. Wow. It's funny when you actually feel good, like you can just... it makes the world just seem so much nicer. Or it's a mountain. As you pause mid-climb to catch your breath, you'd swear you could hear a heartbeat pulsing deep within the mountain. Really cool. Whoa, Emporium Master, a cat devil. I do like that. I do like it. Another Goggles. Tiamat's Fanatics. Haste and Myriad. Myriad, I bet, just exploded into Pauper after this. That would be my guess. Mold Folk. Fungus Warrior. Corpses of the slain by russet mold grew new moldies. Not the legacy most of us aspire to. Elminster. Moldies. Marching Duodrone. Gate Colossus. It's an uncommon. Actually an 8/8 creature. Gond Gate. I don't know where we're putting those. Veteran Soldier. This one we might not have... Did we get a... We're kind of looking back here. Huh. It's a background, an uncommon. Creating soldiers. You've always been happiest fighting for a cause you believe in, alongside loyal comrades. Oh, my friends. Opening cards with my friends. Commander Liera Porter. Human Soldier. It's a ghoul eat you world out there. Follow my orders if you want to survive. Roger. Lulu again. So that was an uncommon. Lulu is an uncommon. Would we get another uncommon? Background that we didn't have. Feywild Visitor. Fey energy clings to you, a shimmering reminder of your otherworldly travels. Uh-oh. A rare. Decent rare there. If you were wanting to make a commander out of some of these creatures, you would definitely go for the etch. Like, look at that. I don't even know. I haven't been looking at the focus a lot, or just lollygagging a bit. Jahira, Friend of the Forest. So tokens you control have tap, add a green. Choose a background. The Harper's movement grows, but it needs sunlight to blossom. We can be that light. One of the better hits of the whole box there. I do like it. I like mono green a lot. Mono green tokens. Brass Dragon. That is a good hit. We got an Elder Dragon. 7/6 flying. You roll a d20 and you just get to put creatures into the battlefield where X is the result. Really wild. And we're going to pause mid-climb just as the cards are being placed on the table. I'll throw a top loader on this because we got lots of them right now. Nice brass dragon there. We might have said brass earlier when it's actually copper is the really big hit here, and we haven't been able to. I have not gotten one. It's probably like really going to determine whether or not you had a successful box. I would say there's a real good chance that you need to get one. Alright. Quick stretch here going upstairs, and I'm going to grab just a little more to drink. And we're back. Third of the box to go, minus this last little pack here. We just hit an ancient brass dragon. Another kind of upside down Upside down card there. Marble Diamond, very nice. Ooh, Fireball, I like it. So classic. Breath Weapon. In the name of Tempest, Lord of Battles, you will die honorably in a righteous fire. 2 damage to each non-dragon creature. Overcosted by 1 for sure, though. Seeing some more dragons. 3 dragons in a row. Life always starts small. Only time will tell what heights it may reach. Cast Down. Utility. Usable spell in a lot of decks. Drillworks Mole. And just keep pumping it. Pump your commander at the same time. Dungeon Delver. There's a background. Ooh, cool. Near a Wild Mage. Human Elf Shaman. Is it colors 2/7 when you cast a spell? You may put it on the bottom of its owner's library. If you do, reveal cards from the top of your library until you reveal a non-land card. You may cast that card without paying its mana cost, then put the rest on the bottom in a random order. This ability triggers only once each turn. Just a rare, really, really good, though. It could go with loot, which is kind of what we're looking for. Another Tavern Brawler. An uncommon Human Soldier. Commander Liara Porter. 5 mana, 4/3. Oh yeah, here's a really good one. So whenever you attack spells you cast from exile, this turn costs X less to cast, where X is the number of players being attacked. Exile the top X cards of your library. Until end of turn, you may cast spells from among those exiled cards. It's a Ghoulie U world, so we do have that. That's a nice little, a really nice card for loot there. Another rare, Mighty Servant of Liuko. Kind of cool. And another one of these. We're getting a lot of this. We're getting some duplication now. Maybe it is a small set. Alright, last third of the box here, which is actually 2, 4, 6 cards. Good to note, a little bit smaller. The packs are larger. Each pack is larger, but the box itself is a little bit smaller. There's Karlash. That's a huge hit in this set as well. Foil land. Oh, Thrakus the Butcher. Dragon Peasant. Weird. 3/4 trample. When it attacks, double the power of each dragon you control until end of turn. That's cool. 5 mana though. Chain Devil. Right into the commons here. Alright, let's just expedite a bit. It is a lot of fun kind of going slow like that though. See, just like a straight up damaged card. I bet it's the Etched. Noble's Purse. Amazing artwork. 3 coin counters. Remove a coin counter, create a treasure. Wow, love it. Manifold Key. Human Rogue that can choose a background. Dragon Cultist, when we get here. It's an uncommon. Master Chef again. So I think we did have that background. This is a different one. It's the etched version. Ooh, cool. Basilisk Collar. Good card. Rare card. Some Pachars pay massive sums for exotic pets that can give their posh, predictable lives an edge of danger. Never ends. Doubled up. Never ends. Mighty Servant. Heapgate. A common. Really took me unaware there because I was like, oh man, that's a nice looking foil. Miscut a bit. Some wear on it. Very different if you're used to like old cards. By the way, I guess I didn't even mention Thunder Junction comes out pre-release tomorrow, but actually this is an older set from 2022, which was one of the magical years where they basically destroyed half the game, and Hasbro just like lost ranks in their credit rating, and they tried to milk Magic, and they just were going so hard reprinting the reserve list basically. Oh, that's nice. There's a straight up upgrade for the Busybody. It's way better art, so I like that. Charcoal Diamond probably completes the set there. Wow, Gnome Soldier. Get the remaining citizens to safety. These mixed screens have an appointment with my spear. Flaming Fist. Command Tower. In basically every single set now. A flame as bright and merciless as the sun. Hey, there's a Thunder Junction card that can search for Command Tower. It's a 1/1 Death Touch and it searches for Command Tower. Check it out. It's a green card. I pre-ordered, I think, a playset. Seems really nasty. Null Warband. Myriad again. This time uncommon card though. Geode Golem I do like. Meteor Golem, back-to-back golems. Okay, another rare here. Oh, this is the like that super janky art from before. Sword Coast. You're born at sea and your legs are steadiest when the waves are rowdiest. Raphael Fiendish Savior. Wow. It is really hard to hit mythics in this set. Oh, and then we got the Witch Queen of Mythic, the next card. We're just looking at this Fiendish Savior here. Demons, Devils, Imps, and Tieflings. It's a Lord. That could come in handy at some point. Tasha, the Witch Queen. Cool. Never really made a huge splash. It can be your commander, though. Yay, Lantern and Revealing Foil. We'll put it in a sleeve, but I probably will use the non-foil version. And that was going over here. Tasha, the Witch Queen. Planeswalker, 5 mana. +1, draw a card for each opponent. Exile up to 1 target instant or sorcery from that player's graveyard. Put a page counter on it. -3, you may cast a spell from among cards in exile with page counters on them without paying its mana cost. Huh. Put this in a top loader. It's a mythic. And I think I have a full art version of that. But I also really like it and for sure have been overlooking it for some time. Probably not a lot of value. Because the copper is like, I think it's $60 to $70 for the copper dragon there. That's wild. Taunting Kobold. Marble Diamond. Nimble Claw Adept. Screws through the commons here. Just 3 commons. Into the uncommons. Oh, this is a different one. A Kingpin. Really cool art there. Human Rogue. 2/5 Death Touch for 5. Initiative. That's cool. The Kingpin, it just kind of helps out with all your other attacking creatures. Irenicus's Vile Duplication. You will serve me better in this form. Gorian's Ward. Oh, we did get one of those. So that's an uncommon. Back to the common. Uncommon Etched. Owl Bear Cub is our rare. Raga Draga. An uncommon Snake Cleric Warlock. Interesting. So, like, I mean, that is kind of the like, we got a foil concept art. We'll throw it in the sleeve. It's a bit different. And we got 3 packs to go. Raga Drago, I forgot, yeah. That's good. No Passionate Archaeology. That's what we want, I think, the most. Or the Copper Dragon, so. Or the Tiefling there. The Baldur's Gate video game, or game. I guess it is a video game, yeah. PC game / console. Ooh, there we got a signed art card. Pretty cool. The Baldur's Gate game came out, and then I think this set had a bit of a resurgence, just a little bit. Atrocious Experiment. Dream Fracture. Always epic art. You call it Dream Fracture, and like, they just deliver. These are all commons here. Swiftfoot Boots, not bad, not bad. Amber Gristle Omal. Gut True Soul Zealot. Goblin Shaman. It can flay your creatures and make skeletons. Oh, we've been kind of messing up our piles a bit here. So wait, uncommon. Yeah, so those are backgrounds. The Bashir card again. We'll just toss it over here. Guild Artisan. Come on. What do we want here? We want Passionate Archaeologist. The next card. Let's see, what is it? I can't get it. Ah, it's taking so long. Nope. We got a Cloakwood Hermit once again. Couple backgrounds in a row there. Monster Manual. That's a good card. Actually, it might be like a really good card. I think it's spiked recently. The Atrocious Experiment. We didn't even look into that. Monster Manual. Throw it in a top loader, whatever. Pretty nice. We'll throw it there. And we got 2 packs left to go. Oh, that looks different. It's an upside down art card again. The Sky Diamond. Yeah, so like, wow, track printing. Lurking Green Dragon. Territorial. Scary. No further notes. Volo's Field Notes. There's a nice little fireball there. Thunderwave. Cloud Kill. Pretty interesting. It's kind of trying to be like a... Oh, we got a Karlash Fury of Avernus Tiefling Barbarian. Holy shit. Nice mythic in the close there. I was going to say this is trying to be a Toxic Deluge. Karlash, choose a background. Really great mythic there. Unsure if it ever recovered. Like, I know it did spike, and then I'm not sure where it goes. We were just talking about that card, though. So there's a background. There's Breezy Body. Another Alondo. Black Dragon Gate, really miscut foil gate. The track printing is really evident here. you will get multiples of like shittier cards. It's one of the kind of better kept secrets about the track printing. Is they kind of know which is the more powerful ones, and they'll actually rate limit them and make it harder to get. So like a mythic is not just a mythic. There's actually kind of like a tier ranking. And like, I mean, it's kind of a predatory thing, because if you don't know that, you might think you're just getting unlucky. You keep trying and trying. After a while, you'll see these trends in the packs and stuff, but they can change at any time, so. Alright, this is the last pack. You've heard rumors of bandits along the coastway, but your journey so far has been surprisingly uneventful. Lightning Bolt. Cloak of the Bat. Couple Impetus. 3 Impetus in a row. Merry Thief. Hadn't seen it. Mystery Key. I use that in my commander decks. Cone of Cold is an uncommon. Juvenile Mist Dragon. Alright, this is the last one. What are we gonna get? Choose a background, uncommon. Rare, Raised by Giants. This is cool. This is a nice background. Commander creatures you own have base power and toughness 10/10 and are giants in addition to their other types. Your parents taught you that strength can be nurtured and honed, no matter one's size. Really cool card in the end there. Oh! I saw the red. I got pretty excited for the Passionate Archaeologist, but alas, we did not. 1/1 Human Warlock, Will, Blade of Frontiers. If you would roll 1 or more dice, instead roll that many dice plus 1 and ignore the lowest roll. Whenever you roll 1 or more dice, put a 1/1 counter on Will, Blade of the Frontiers. Nice, rare, kind of etched foil there. I like it. A mythic at the back. Font of Magic. Wicked awesome. Font of Magic. 4-mana enchantment. Instant and sorcery spells you cast cost 1 less to cast for each time you cast a commander from the command zone this game. Really nice. And a Deadly Dispute. Kind of what we were talking about there. It's really playable. It's a nice card. To do the old block sack trick. Throw it in there. Font of Magic. Pretty great for what we need. Like, definite sleeper that I wasn't even hadn't evaluated, I guess. We got a bunch of used supplies here, so I'm sure I can dig up one skinny little top loader for this one, maybe. There we go, big top loader here, throwing the Font of Magic in there. Comic Sans. Is Comic Sans the Font of Magic? Huh. Really tight squeeze in this, quite a large top loader. There's the Font of Magic. And the so we got Raised by Giants. Nice background there. These are all our hits right now. Raised by Giants. Ooh. We did get the Karlash. We got the Monster Manual. Swiftfoot Boots. Owlbear. Tasha. Lantern of Revealing Foil. Command Tower. Basilisk Scholar. Noble's Purse. Oh man, holy shit. Commanda Liara Porter. Oh, we did get a Brass Dragon. Hey, we did pretty good here. And then there's the other mythic and a packed weapon, which was actually the first one we saw. Patrier's Seal. Nature's Lore. Oh man, and a ghost lantern. Wait a minute. Oh no, we can't use that lantern. It's not in there. We can't use it in Lantern Tribal. And I guess I'll just flash up some of the etched cards here. Nice etched foils. Overall, pretty happy with the card quality. This one we kind of flagged in a top loader. I think it's really good. Turn tokens into Llanowar Elves. Noble Heritage, really nice art. It's a rare. And it was actually the first couple of cards there that were like really neat. Alright, so we gotta check back in here again, because I think, so these two do need a sleeve. The Elminster Simulacrum and this Commander, which is like another hit for the loot deck. It actually kind of cascades, but it also is exiling cards from the top of your library. So then we get put in this position where you hit a few and the value's pretty good. But I would have to say probably at this point it'd be a good idea to just pick up the we may never get an Ancient Copper Dragon at this rate. And you got a few lightning bolts there. I thought we got a foil Raga Draga, maybe not. Yeah, so just pick up the last couple of cards that we need. Okay. What else can we do here to close the loop? Not much. Thanks for sticking around. Ripping cards with my friends. Maybe a disclaimer at the end to say, hey, if you're getting into cards, like, definitely use your game sense a little bit. You don't have to slow roll it and, like, go all out with crazy openers or anything. And there's kind of like a hidden story surrounding that, is that there was a little pocket during COVID where there was a bit of a boom there. So like there's early adopters and then there's kind of the people that are more conservative, and I use that in kind of just like a resource management type way. And they might kind of miss the boat, right? So then Wizards or Hasbro or whatever just updates the print run. They're like, things are going crazy. And it takes a while for that to trickle through the system. And even now, Thunder Junction has all this negative news cycle about... It's like it's at this point, and I just kind of am catching myself doing the same thing, where there's a bit of a complaining kind of attitude and everyone's like, fuck this, and really making it given a hard time to Hasbro to basically be able to appeal to all of their player base. Which I would probably argue is never, like, not possible. So what happens, the vintage people, they bulk, and usually those are the older kind of enfranchised players. And they might be chasing reserve list or whatever else, right? Like, you don't really go to the store to play, like, full power vintage. Anyone doing that has, like, obviously their own type of play group, and that's great, but it doesn't make money for Wizards of the Coast and therefore Hasbro to like when they just need to, they just print commander staples to infiltrate the casual type of play. And like we've always said, kitchen table runs the market, so. Mirror of light trapping. Okay, we got one more little baggie. This is working out great. I got some rares, and actually I like those lands. What a crazy set. So hard to hit that dragon. Remember, the boxes are smaller. The packs are pretty juicy, though. There may be a bit of a hack if you could like find loose packs of Baldur's Gate. It could be a decent way to get some cool pulls, but also we did notice that the track printing is kind of abhorrent and like very non-forgiving. So for this case right now, we just slap it in here. We got all of our good steals, and then when we gotta wait a couple weeks for Card Kingdom to come. So that's the little end rant. Wicked long video. MTG opener. It has been so long. And maybe I'll see you tomorrow in some, or maybe even later tonight here after I get some chores done. Alright. Thanks for sticking around.